Alright guys, where do I start with this video? This is actually the second take of this video. Let me just tell you really quick what happened. First off, I filmed the whole video, did some kooky stuff in this video for the purpose of the sharpener, and go to play it back to see how everything went, and all you hear is the pellet stove kind of buzzing in the back, and you don't hear my voice. So what ended up happening is I wear a lapel mic now because I want the audio good on my videos, and plus with the pellet stove running in the back, it tends to interfere. The battery went dead in it. So I shot the whole video, shaved my arm, the whole bit, and I had no audio. I dulled my knife out in the beginning of this video, while the beginning of the first video I did with the Dremel, I had to redo it, and I had to go over and do the whole thing all over again. But you'll see when we jump in. It was pretty funny though, guys. I got a laugh on that one. But it did perform just as well. So this goes to show you how good the sharpener works. I had to do this twice with the Dremel to it, and razor sharp once again. But you'll see on my arm once we get into the next clip how well this thing shaves. But what we're talking about here is the Work Sharp. This is the knife and tool sharpener. This thing will do anything. It'll do broadheads, scissors, axes, hatchets, anything with an edge, lawnmower blades, you name it, it'll sharpen it. I'm only specifically using this for my knives, and you know, I've done a couple scissors and tuned up some of my broadheads, but this is primarily for my knives. And this thing it's not gimmicky, it's not a come on. This thing is it's a hell of a piece of equipment. And I won't do a review like I told you guys in the past on anything unless I've had it for a while and I found out the pros and cons on it. And during the wrap up we'll do some pros and cons, because there's really none to speak of. It's mostly pros. I can't find any cons with it, but we'll go over it, and you guys will see for yourself. So we're going to jump into this in a second, but I just want to say one thing. I want to thank everybody who went over to my Facebook page and liked it so far. I do want to say this much, which I forgot to say in the other video. Whole reason behind the Facebook thing, guys, you're going to see things there that you're not going to see here on YouTube. So if you want to check out knife updates or what's going on, what I'm doing, the Facebook page is the way to go. That's why I set it up. You guys want to, you know, personal message me, whatever, ask questions, you want to request a video, that's key. You don't have to deal with going to a computer, logging onto YouTube, the whole thing, tracking my channel down. Everybody's got a cell phone with Facebook. It's just so much easier. And like I said, you're going to see pictures and posts there that you're not going to see on YouTube. So it's just another reason why I did the Facebook thing. And again, I want to thank everybody who headed over there. And anybody who watches this video who hadn't head over there, head over to my Facebook page and check it out. All right, so we're going to jump in and do the up close on this, and we'll come back with the final thoughts after that. Okay guys, haha, by the intro you can tell I'm doing this for the second time now, but you'll find it funnier when I take my sleeve up. Alright, but here's the unboxing. It's out of the package. There's nothing more in there but some, you know, styrofoam, your standard packing crap, manuals. What it comes with is it comes with these two here guides. This first guide is going to give you a 50-degree angle, so that's 25 a side. And then this is also going to do your serrated knives off to this side. It'll do scissors over here on this side. You stick each blade in. This one here is a 40-degree. So that's 20 on each side. That's all this one does is 40-degree angles. But we're going to use the 25 on this one here. On my kitchen knives, I actually use the, I believe I used the 40. I forget which one I used for my kitchen knives. But we're going to use the 25 a side on this. All right, let's go over the machine real quick. This machine it's got all different belts for it, and I'll talk about the belts in a second. But this here has a little lever in the front. You pull this lever, and you could swivel this around any which way you want it. For sharpening axe, you know, if you're doing a broadhead, you're doing a hatchet, or whatever. If you need to swivel this around, this does move. I have it configured to where it sits flat on a table, because that's all I need for me, and it works fine. It's got a tracking adjustment here. This red knob is your tracking adjustment. There's two studs on the back here with lock nuts. That's where your guides clip onto. You pop that on like that. See, they sit right there over the nuts. Slide it off. Pop the this is the 40-degree one. That pops right on. Pop it off. Alright, let me show you how to take the belt off, and I'll talk about the belts real quick. You're just going to push down here on this spring-loaded top piece and pull it out, and that'll stay down. Alright guys, let's go over the belts real quick before I put one on and show you how it goes on. These are the coarse ones, and you get 6 belts in total when you buy it. These are the real coarse ones, which I haven't even used these because there's no reason to use them with a factory knife. These here I'm probably going to use to sharpen my broadhead knife I'm working on. These here are a medium grit, and these are Norton belts, guys. These are really good belts. So anybody knows anything about knife sharpening, Norton makes a good belt. And I want to say these are probably 180, maybe 200. They're pretty fine. And then your last one here, these are like a diamond belt. As you can see, this one here has seen a lot of action. I used it a lot. This is more like a strop. This gives you your shaving sharp edge once you switch to this. So for demonstration purposes here today, we're going to go with the medium one, which I always use to start with. You just slide it in on the corner there, put it over your top idler here, slip it around the back there, then you'll twist that, and there's a rocker button under here. See the button right there? Push it back, bumps it, and I'll usually bump it to set the tracking with this red wheel. Then the front one obviously turns it on. But let me show you the knife again, guys, because I had to redull it out with the Dremel, and you'll see it's very hard this angle. I got the camera. See it all nicked up? I wouldn't be doing this with my fingers, guys, if it was sharp. And here's a piece of paper. It won't even bite into the end. Well, it bit in there, but it's not cutting, guys. This thing's dull as can be. Trust me when I tell you, it's super dull. Let me show you what it did to my arm, guys. You know, this is take 2 of this video. Let me take my watch off. That's what it did to me. Shaved me clean as a whistle. This knife, look, it's not doing anything. Watch after I do this. They're gonna see hair flying like a like a barber shop. All right, so without further ado, let me put the 25 guard on. We got the belt on here that we want. We're gonna fire it up and just do a couple passes on each side, and this thing's gonna be good. You want to just stay to the outside, pull it back nice and gentle. Alright guys, 2 passes. Now you saw all those nicks and burrs it had in it. They're gone. See the edge in the light? See that edge in the light? Those burrs that were on there are gone. Now I'm not going to play around with that blade like I did before. It's close, but I'm going to give it 4 passes in total on this one, and the other one will finish it up. But how long did that take me? It took me, what, literally 10-20 seconds? Alright guys, we're good. Now again, push down and give it a twist, and that'll stay. I popped the guard off to get out of the way. It just makes it faster. Now we'll take our final diamond strap belt here, throw this on. Like I said, I give it a bump just to set the tracking. Tracking's good. We'll throw this back on. We'll do a couple passes on each side, and this thing will be good. See if I achieve. Oh yeah. This is why I love this thing, guys. Alright, now in true fashion I have to reshave again here, guys. Let me see if I can get some hair off of this side. You guys will see this stuff pop. See where it's clean? There's nothing there. Alright, let's do this little bit of hair right here. You can see that? See it popping, guys? Go on. See all the hair all over the knife? It just pops. Go on. It's amazing how sharp this thing is. It's just unbelievable, guys. That's after taking a Dremel over the face of this blade. It's absolutely razor sharp. Let's go back to the paper now. There you have it. Get the curl. There's the curl, guys. You know it's sharp when you get that curl. You get the paper to do that curl, you know you got something sharp. Alright guys, as you can tell, my arm looks like it's ready for another tattoo now. This thing is absolutely razor sharp. This work sharpener, guys, just makes things so much easier and faster than your traditional stone sharpeners. I mean, I love my Spyderco, don't get me wrong. When I want to take my time sharpening a knife, I will still use that. But this, you've seen how fast we just did that. If you're watching the video and want to count the seconds or minutes, it literally took under a minute to get a knife from dremeling the edge dull to shaving my arm like a baby's behind. I mean, that's smooth as can be. And this thing just works absolutely fantastic. Price point, you're talking $100 is about an average price for it. I believe I scored this on Amazon when I applied for the card. I think I got it for like 80 bucks. There's a couple different variations and packages on this, but this one here, I want to say anywhere, figure around $100. Cabela's has all the belts, Amazon has the belts. They're pretty available, and they're fairly cheap. I think they come a 3 or a 6 pack for like $7 or $8 for the belts in the different configurations and courses, because they do have some other different courses that they sell in these belts. But these two right here for me is all I need for factory edges. When I'm doing my knives that I'm making now, I probably will be using this green one to get the little convex edge, and then finish sharpening them up with the medium and the fine. So again, guys, I think this hands down is a winner. This thing is an awesome product, and you know, I'm not an infomercial guy, but this thing definitely is worth staying up late at night to catch this on TV, because actually they do have a good price on TV for this. But it's not gimmicky. This thing does work. I mean, they have it at the trade shows. My buddy just went to the trade show. He said he couldn't believe how well it worked. He gave the guy his knife. He sharpened it up for him right there. He picked one up. I had mine for close to a year now, and these are the only 2 belts I've been using for all my factory knives. I got my bone collector in my pocket that I just did with this not that long ago, and this thing's still razor sharp, because you don't have to do much work to them, guys. Once you establish an edge, most of the time I can just use the diamond edge here just to clean it up, and it's sharp again. So it's a winner. All right, guys, we're gonna do some final thoughts on this, and then we'll wrap it up. All right, guys, let's do final thoughts on this. If you guys are done laughing at me yet. Pros and cons, like I said, there's really no cons on it. The pros on it, it's a fantastic machine. I mean, the belts are cheap. The way it performs is outstanding. I haven't had any problems with it. I mean, I've done serrated, I've done my scissors, I've done broadheads. It will sharpen anything, and I haven't found any problems with it. So there's a ton of pros for it. The only con I can say is for somebody who's frugal and, you know, money conscientious, the price point may be the only con on it, you know. So you might have to spend $100 on it. But if you think about all the sharpeners you've probably bought in the past and how much it would cost to take a knife or a lawnmower blade or whatever to go get sharpened, it's not that bad. But that's probably the only con, and I've had this thing for a while and I've used it for a while. The belts seem to last pretty good. I mean, they don't wear down. So like I said, there's not many cons on it. So this thing gets a thumbs up from me, guys. I highly recommend this work sharp knife sharpener. So once I'm done with my broadheads, guys, they're going to be sharpened on this. So anybody who wants one and buys one, you're going to get a razor sharp knife that's going to be able to shave your face with this machine. So any questions or comments on the work sharp, leave them below. As always, thanks for watching The Total Outdoors with the Yankee Cowboy.